Spanish Obsessed, Spanish from Scratch, Episode 6. Welcome again to Spanish Obsessed, Spanish from Scratch. This is Episode 6 of the series, and today we're going to look at a certain set of verbs. We've learnt how to conjugate regular verbs, which make up around 90% of all Spanish verbs. Unfortunately, the most common verbs all seem to be irregular, which means that they don't conjugate in the same way as regular verbs. Some of these verbs have only minor variations, and others are completely different. Fortunately, we can group these irregular verbs together in certain subsets and learn how to conjugate those. Today, we'll look at a subset of verbs often known as the go verbs, and you'll see why in a minute. As always, I'm with Liz. Hola, Liz.
Hola, Rob.
And we're going to have some short dialogues, and we'd like you to try to work out what they mean, what the verbs are, and what those verbs have in common. Number 1.
¿Hago la cena?
Vale, y yo hago la loza. Number 2.
Traigo unos dulces.
Muchas gracias. Number 3. ¿De dónde vienes?
Vengo de la tienda.
Number 4. Hola, ¿qué te pongo?
¿Me pones una cerveza, porfa?
Number 5. ¿Cuántos hermanos tienes?
Tengo 4 hermanas. ¿Y tú?
Yo tengo un hermano. Okay, so we're going to repeat those now, and we'll also provide you with the translations. So number 1 again was
¿Hago la cena?
Shall I make the dinner? And I said, Vale, y yo hago la loza. So vale means okay, very common word, definitely remember it. Y yo, and I, hago, I'll do, or I do, la loza, which is washing up. So Liz said, shall I make dinner? And I said, yes, or okay, and I'll do the washing up. Number 2.
Traigo unos dulces.
Muchas gracias. So, traigo unos dulces. Traigo is I've brought, or I bring, literally, I bring unos dulces. So, some sweets. And I said muchas gracias, which means thank you very much. Number 3. ¿De dónde vienes?
Vengo de la tienda.
So, ¿de dónde vienes? Donde is where, you should remember, and vienes comes from a verb venir, to come. So, where have you come from? Vengo de la tienda. I come from the shop. Number 4. Hola, ¿qué te pongo?
¿Me pones una cerveza, porfa?
So, this you would typically hear in a bar. I said, hola, hello, ¿qué te pongo? So, what I put you, literally. But in a restaurant or a bar, in this context, it means, what shall I bring you? And Liz said, me pones una cerveza, porfa. So, me pones, can you put me, or put me, can I have a beer? Porfa is short for por favor, meaning please. And finally, ¿cuántos hermanos tienes?
Tengo 4 hermanas. ¿Y tú?
Tengo un hermano. So I asked, how many brothers do you have? ¿Cuántos hermanos tienes? And Liz said, tengo 4 hermanas. I have 4 sisters. ¿Y tú? And you? And I said, tengo un hermano. So I have 1 brother. So, did you notice what a lot of these verbs had in common? A lot of these verbs, when conjugated for yo, for I, add a go at the end, which is why they're called the go verbs. Traer, to bring, that's the infinitive. You conjugate that with yo, so I bring, that conjugates to traigo. Hacer conjugates to hago. Venir conjugates to vengo. And poner conjugates to pongo. The conjugation is similar as it is for other verbs, so we take the infinitive and we get the stem by removing the ending, which is er, ar or ir, and we add a go, a go. So traer, traigo, hacer, hago, etc. There are around 80 verbs like this, but they pretty much all derive from the ones we've just used. So let's review those verbs. We'll give you the infinitive, and then we'd like you to conjugate that verb for yo.
Tener. Yo tengo. Venir. Yo vengo. Poner. Yo pongo. Traer. Yo traigo. Hacer. Yo hago.
So, tener, to tengo, to have, I have. Venir, to vengo. To arrive, I arrive. Poner, to pongo. To put, I put. Traer, to traigo. To bring, I bring. And hacer, to hago. To make or to do, to I make or I do.
Why did you say tu hago?
Did I say that?
You said tu traigo, tu hago.
Let me try the last ones. No, traer, it goes to traigo. Conjugates to
Okay.
traigo. So now we're going to practice. See if you can translate these phrases from English to Spanish. When we use shall for questions, such as where shall I go, the Spanish translation is actually very simple. All you do is use the present tense. So for example, where shall I see you translates as donde te veo. Literally, where I see you. Phrase number 1. I have a radio.
Tengo una radio. Tengo una radio.
Number 2. Where shall I put it?
¿Dónde lo pongo? ¿Dónde lo pongo?
Number 3. I don't hear you.
No te oigo. No te oigo.
Number 4. What shall I do?
¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago?
And number 5. What shall I bring you?
¿Qué te traigo? ¿Qué te traigo?
So there you have it. The Spanish go verbs. Actually, quite easy. Don't forget you can get all transcriptions and supporting notes on our website at SpanishObsessed.com, as well as a whole host of other articles and resources.